Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Hope everyone is awesome. It's Tuesday. Still recovering from last night's stream. My tail is missing. What the hecky? There we go. Hiya, Pedro. Welcome. Androck and Ryu. Grade Tree. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Fingies. Hello. Yeah, still recovering from last night's stream. I think I overdid it a little bit. My voice is a little hoarse, and I'm a little on the drowsy side because I got to bed a little bit later than I envisioned I would. But heck, it was tons of fun. Kia Wolf said me to say hi to you. Say hi to Kia Wolf for me. Kia, I just followed earlier today because her avatar is used as an example on Attack Rack's Trello page, and I had no idea who it was. And then I was just kind of flipping through Twitter today, and I was like, "Who's this?" Because somebody else retweeted something about her stream, and I'm like, "Who's this? I recognize this person." So I just clicked through, and I'm like, "Oh, it's her!" And so, I followed. Nice. She's a cute avatar. Heckin' cute avatar. I am wondering if I missed a stream recently. Ahty, we had I think about a 4-hour stream yesterday. It was Borderlands the pre-sequel, but I think you were there for that. Yes. So that was Sunday night. Sunday night we knocked out the Tower of Zot. And then, like, right when we wrapped up, right when the fight ended and we wrapped up and I talked to all the people and got the next quest, I had to end because it was really late and I was bushed. Yeah, this whole weekend was like kind of almost a marathon, really. So, like, I streamed Friday night, I streamed Saturday night, I streamed Sunday night, I streamed last night, and I'm streaming tonight. No worries, Artie. Let's see. I do have that VOD uploaded to YouTube, although I haven't published it yet. But the VOD actually should still be up on my Twitch page. So if you go into videos, it should be one of the more recent VODs. Yeah, I think that one was Sunday night, so that would have been the 16th? Yeah, so heck. Yeah, like last night's stream was amazing and chaotic and exactly as fun as Borderlands exactly as fun as I remember Borderlands to be. It was really great. Like, I remember going through their solo, but on multiplayer, completely different experience. It was so much fun. I can't wait for this coming Monday so that we can do it again. But let's see. I am already in. My queue was a little bit longer this time. I was 47. But it was still pretty good. So there we go. Let me nuke the music. How's my reaction to the surprise gift? Oh, I was really pleased in how it came out. And like I was just doing a whole bunch of grinning today because it's so cute. It's so heckin' cute. And again, thank you so much for doing that, Pedro. So like I've talked about it a few times before, but I think I have enough different art pieces that people from the stream have drawn me that I'm going to replace my slideshow on my starting and ending screen with like a rolling slideshow of the fan art instead. I think it looks awesome. Yeah, that was the Gridania thing that we were talking about, right? It looks very Gridania. And oh wow, it finally stopped raining. So I have to speak to a Radiant Guardsman. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna have to run there. Oh, and also, I got to do a little bit of housekeeping, just a tiny bit. Thank you, Super Smash Nash, for your follow today. Now, Nash is Shingami Zhao's cousin, I believe? That I literally, like, just met, I think, like, 15 minutes ago. Super cool. And Zhao is playing some Chivalry 2 right now, which actually I might stream at some point, because that looks fun as heck. Like 64 player chaos. Gridania is home for Archer, so you're a bard, and you know what that means. It's a reference to your in-game homeland. Aww. Thanks again. I mean, it's beautiful. You did a great job on it. So hopefully everyone's Tuesday is going okay. Aw. Well, thank you, Pedro. And like I've said like numerous times before, like I'm more than happy to help where I can. Honored Scions, you are free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions in the city, the sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. Ah, cool. She would so heckin' appreciate that. Though I have been to Radzat before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we had best ask directions from the sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Oop, I see Cairo. Ah, that's so cool. She wasn't expecting me to do a free gift for her. Yeah, I think she'll be thoroughly shocked. Talk to Estinian, okay? First, we should seek out the sentry in front of the fountain. Yep, okay. I have seeked out the sentry. Name of the fountain? No idea. Do fountains normally have names? Oh, Estinian. Ah, Mistress Ahty, I presume. I understand you are here for an audience with the satrap. If you require directions to the Megaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The Satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Ratzathan. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed, and the Aetherite is disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon descending them, you will emerge on Paxa's path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Ruveda Fibers. Within you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. So feel free to lurk there whenever you can. And sorry for calling while at work. Oh, no worries. Like I said, contrary to how I might seem on stream, I'm pretty introverted. So, interacting with people on the phone is, quite frankly, it's exhausting. So, it's my energy could be measured in spoons. And Tuesday, 3/4 of the way through work, I was just I was critically low on the spoon front. Ah, this place is gorgeous. Teaspoons. Yeah, teaspoons, tablespoons, they're just spoons. Being an introvert is interesting in a sense that... Oh, okay. I'm going the wrong way already. Being an introvert is interesting in a sense that, I can talk... Don't get me wrong, I can talk to people on the phone, but I have to, plan for it and, just get in the right mindset to talk to people on the phone and... But text communication, or say Discord or Telegram or any of that kind of thing, I'm fine. Totally fine. It's it's just the phone thing, which is confusing and weird. And for a while I thought I was oh, is there something wrong with me? But no, lots of folks feel the same way. Speaking is fucking hard, I hate it. Yeah, it can be. It really can be. But the thing is, though, streaming has helped a lot with that. And frankly, stuff is different now that I've been streaming. I used to feel like that a lot more, in the before times. But now it's just okay, well, maybe I could do this. Anyways, Ahty, I need to get myself ready for bed. I need to rest well, so I can spend my energies on another cute gift picture. Alrighty, Pedro. Have a good night, okay? And thanks again for that picture. It's amazing. I love it. Ah, Mr. Fox. Today's going pretty well. We're trying to make it through Ratzathan, which apparently it's even more of a maze than Ul'dah, although smaller. Let's see. How's your day going so far, Mr. Fox? Oh please, it was just 8 hours and 50 minutes on that picture. Nothing compared to the serious stuff I'm focused on. Oh, well don't sell yourself short though. That is still effort. And I'm very grateful for that. You're very kind to do that for me. Oof. This is pretty. I like this a lot. There's a talk circle at the flag. Okay. Yeah, I was just grabbing some little aetherite shards while I was running around. Let's see. Going good. A break from Minecraft right now. Been at it all day. Ooh, okay. You know, Mr. Fox, I still have to give you the little linkaroo so I can get you on the whitelist for Lustcraft. What is that thing? There it is. There's the circle. FoxyFluff21 is my player name from Minecraft. Okay, I'll add you. I'll add you, and I'll get. I'll probably message you the IP later tonight. Hiya, Corrosia. That's not the circle I meant. What? You go there and use the lookout emote. Little merchant. Hey, bud. Corrosia, welcome. Just popping by to say hi. Gonna jet. Grandpa has surgery tomorrow. Hope stream goes well and you're doing fine. I'm doing great. Oh, that is cool. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna shout out Corrosia real quick here. Good night, Pedro.
I am perfectly fine with missing that ending. Whatever the hell that ending is, perfectly fine with missing it. I am okay with it. I will just let that ending just be there forever. Forever and ever and ever, amen. And a women.
What?
No, any ending where Pascal has to die. Nope. That'll just.
I detected some sodium chloride in that clip. But yeah, that is really cool. What is this thing? Here, I'm gonna try and position Estinian a little closer to Ryu. No, don't stand in front of Ryu, bonehead. There was supposed to be a circle where you'd have dialogue with Estinian. Yeah, I don't know why. What's the key command for me to make the GUI go away? Does anybody know that off the top of their head? I don't know. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Pressing the scroll lock key. Interesting. Ah, there we go. That's actually a really good picture. I like it. Oh, G-pose, got it. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why there wasn't a circle. Why there was a circle for you and not me. Maybe it's because I talked to that person first. Ah, sorry, Ryu. I never professed to be smart. Smart. I got flustered at work today when I discovered there was no break key on my new notebook. I needed it to do password recovery on a Cisco switch. I ended up chucking the switch into my van and take it where I have a real computer. Interesting. If you're heading to Megaduta, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door to the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. So that's a lookout, huh? Interesting. Butts. Alright, I guess I'll try that again. So where is it? It's right there. Jump physics in this game are dumb. Where is it in relation to that? Okay. There we are. Okay, so it's slash lookout. Alright. What? I'm learning. I'm learning. There we go. Yay! Y'all see this cool bow that Tozu made me? It's so huge and crazy, I love it. Ah, Thavnarian Weave. Hard to imagine more vibrant stuff. I dare say Amaric would be partial to the gold thread. And the blue, of course. He loves his blue. Oh, yes, he does. I've never put much thought into what I wear. A spare set of clothing is usually all I carry. And if that isn't enough, I can always obtain something locally. Quite an ordeal to get to the Satrap's residence. It could stand to be a more obvious route, like the one to the vault or Kugani Castle. Interesting. Okay. No extras or circles to worry about, so I'll do this. Oh, Tozu, I got your messages, and I haven't been able to actually look at that stuff yet, because like the past couple of days have just been kind of crazy. Why am I a bean right now? What am I doing? What are you doing? Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. If you are here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps, and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Oh, pumpkin! I don't think Grade has seen the pumpkin avatar. Okay. Pumpkin! Now, any minute now, Turbid is gonna bust in here like the Kool-Aid Man through a brick wall. Plants guy, welcome. Pumpkin! Oh, there's another one right there. I see. Ugh. Ugh. I got up on the fence once. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Damn it. Okay, screw that. There's not enough hours in the day to do that. Ah, Arctic, welcome. Let me shout that heckin' good bean out. Y'all should follow Arctic for real. Did you aggro everything? Oh,
Oh, really?
oh, wow.
Fucking slapped that bomb right back at me. God damn it.
Oh, that was cheap. You got robbed there, to be honest. I remember passing by here with Varshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamza myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. That's where I learned the AI was more smart than expected, yeah. This must be quite the popular model during October. It is, actually, like, this was one of the things that, that Sky was doing for Halloween this year. So I was like, heck yeah, I want a pumpkin tuber. I think I kind of want another frame where it's just my my butt hanging out of the top of the pumpkin and my tail is all over the place. Yeah, Arctic, that was quite a topic of discussion at work today. And the thing is, I just don't know how to feel about that. Confusing as it is, you'd think they intended to make a maze out of Radzadhan. Kugani was flat, at least. If you became lost, you could head to higher ground to get the lay of the land. Yeah, I mean, like, is Kotick, like, actually fired at this point? Like, literally? Oh, Paula, welcome! Thank you so much for the lurk. Heckin' good bean. I'm gonna give Paula a shout out real quick. I know I've been kind of like standing in the same spot for a little while, but sometimes it be like that.
There's a big crash behind you. There is a giant crash behind you.
Hey, Fawn, thank you so much for the raid.
Vlad is slow.
Vlad, stop defending, please. For fuck's sake.
That was dirty. That was dirty. He deserved every single bit of that wall that he just hit.
Oh my god. How was I supposed to avoid that?
Yeah.
Alas, poor Ryu. We knew him well. And Estinian is indifferent. Indifferent Estinian is indifferent. Not until the merger ends. We'll see. I mean, the thing is, though, even if he leaves, I would still like the people who did all that bad stuff to just face the music, you know? Reap what you sow. Just like you did bad crap, now just own up to it, take your lumps, take your punishment, and then move on with life. But, you know, corporate, like I was, I think I said this in the Discord also, is that people who are at that level of corporate America play by a different set of rules than you or me. And it's because of that, like, the victims of all that bullshit aren't going to get any justice. And that sucks. Alrighty, thank you so much, Drock. But be that as it may, with this Microsoft acquisition or not, it's going to be a very, 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 very long time before I will maybe get around to buying a Blizzard product or an Activision Blizzard product ever again. There we go. Perfect. And here is the Megaduta. Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, come at an invitation of His Excellency. Of course, we have been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber, if you would please follow me.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Let me turn this up a little bit.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
See this music coupled with Graha's voice just instantly throws me back to the Crystarium. Just instantly.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence.
Oh, just a quick question before I advance this. This almost sounds like the same voice actor as Elidibus. Albeit, like, whoever that actor is making their voice a little different and more gruff and coarse. But I want to say it's the same voice actor.
No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales.
Interesting. Okay, different. Wow.
Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia.
Same voice actor as Gosetsu. Wow, okay. Neat! Oh,
Present
Gosetsu.
this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
I miss Gosetsu. I wonder how he's doing.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
'Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question.
Fun fact, Xenos and Sicard have the same voice actor. Ooh, interesting. Turn to see if I can recognize any of the Endwalker voice actors.
The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company.
Arctic, same. Each voice actor they've picked for the dragons has been spot on. Perfect in every way. And Vritra is no
Nuts.
exception. Nuts. Pet-pets. There we go.
He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift.
Oh, the blep. It's rare. But it's cute. I wish I had a blep for the bean. I need to get one of those. Man gives me Dark Souls vibes with the way he talks, right? Still reeling at the Xenoblade character the guy behind Thancred shares voice actors with. Interesting.
Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom we must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. 'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsummer did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydolin endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not dare. Unturned ever since.
Roark, welcome. Holy crap. How you doing, you good bean? Somebody else is getting a shout out.
Can we not? Please. Pretty please. Right. Okay. Quiet as a mouse.
What is going on?
Quiet as a church mouse. Don't let them see you.
Wow, that's terrifying. Oh, that was Soma. Interesting. Okay. So, big spoiler, you'll actually probably never watch me play a horror game because I am ultra squeamish. I just can't do it. Cannot do it.
Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydrolin does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Don't worry, I'll play enough horror for the two of us. Okay, that's fair. I'll take that. So, Roark, when are you going to stream again? I'm going to keep bugging you about this until you start doing it.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
I know, and I appreciate it. Roark, I mean, like when I was watching you when you were doing the, I think it wasn't Quap, but it was something else. When you're the bald dude sitting in the pot and you've got like an axe, and then every time you slip, it's just soul crushing. It's that game. When I was watching you play that, I was just equal parts cringe and equal parts I couldn't look away. I had to watch. I had to keep watching. So I mean, I honestly I can't wait to watch your streams again because they were always good. And anybody in the stream right now, definitely follow Roark because Roark is great despite them arguing against it. Don't listen to them. Great streamer, good bean. Getting over it. Yeah, that's it. Well, Arctic, okay. Maybe I won't say no to Dead Space. Only I'd rather not. How's that? But I might. Dead Space 1 to 3. Oh gosh. Oof. I wonder what Ahty would play for a 1 million butt coin challenge. Well, I don't know. Like, the first thing that came to mind was Cinnamon Challenge, but I probably shouldn't do that. have your items ready at the Rodzet Han Aetherite. Okay. Jeez.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Aw, that was cute. Kryl.
Prithee, a moment.
Uh-oh.
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
I have not spoken with your father in some time.
In accordance with the covenant he forged with Hydralin, the stewardship of this star hath ever been his purpose. Silence in the face of thine actions is the greatest sign of his approval.
Oh, Midgard-Sormer. That is a story arc I would love to revisit too.
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgard-Sormer's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread.
Dirk wants a private audience with you, my god. I seriously want that dragon's headgear as a mod for my Wyvern on SL. Oh yeah. He's pretty.
For upon thy life's wheel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
Gosh, you had to show me Papalimo. And Harchiffant.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end. Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Euron J must be part dragon. They speak the same. Yeah. Speaking of Midgard Swarmer, he's my buddy. Extras. Our apologies again. I hope we didn't force you to conclude your conversation prematurely. Ah, it's Tozu! Looking dapper as always. Heck, did you craft all these? And 4 glamour prisms. Oh, wow. I don't know what to say. Alright, chat. Before I okay this, how much do y'all think I should tip Tozu right now? Good bean percentage? Well, what is the good bean percentage? Oh, damn. Yeah. So, crafted... Let's see what was crafted here. Facet tabard, braze, boots, half gloves, 4 glamour prisms. Oh, don't worry about it. Well, I will worry about it. So, how about I make my... all of them. I'm not gonna give Tozu all my money. Oh, I did 104. One more glamour prism? Okay. What, did you cancel that? Come on. Okay. I'll make it up in a different way. I make 1 million a day. Okay, then. I'll make it up to you in a different way. How's that? In a way that you can't refuse it. All right. Okay, so braze, boots, half gloves. All right. Let's cast some glamours. Please go to an inn. Okay. Why? Like I shouldn't be undressing out here in the middle of the courtyard. You can store what Tozu gave you in a glamour dresser, meaning infinite facet pieces. Oh, I see. Okay. I have to find an inn first, though. But heck, undress, undress in every courtyard. Can use the nap room in Charlayan. Interesting. That is a friggin' amazing outfit. Not gonna lie. That is heckin' cool. Thank you so much, Tozu. Heckin' awesome. I dyed a few pieces. You're welcome to remove dyes or change them as you see fit. I don't know. I think all of this complements that bow rather well. I think it looks fantastic the way it is. And with Midgard Swarmer, it looks amazing. Awesome. Thank you so much, Tozu. Nothing? Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. Ooh, Archon Loaf. Neat. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. Of course, I can't do that. Alright. Use the Ethernet. Yeah, I should. But Cairo's right here. Extras. I understand the mulberries are for the silkworms. Grown a stone's throw away from the Satrap's residence, it gives it the quintessential Thavnarian flair, don't you think? From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. That wasn't exactly the one I wanted to hit, but that's okay. Extras. The word yuge apparently means bind in the local tongue, and this district is so named because it connects all others to the city. If we manage to come this far, we shouldn't have trouble finding the High Crucible, or so I was told. Where the street turns, enter the door straight ahead, and then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Ratzidhan. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. Phew, it seems we're on the right track. And here's the Aetheryte Plaza. So far so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of the two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let us join them. Yeah, I figured it was disabled, but I was kind of hoping I'd at least be able to sync to it, but I guess not. Nope, there's Thancred and Uranger. You took your time. Got turned around, I take it? Though this land hath been afforded a respite, in turmoil do many others languish still. Our work is far from finished. Oh wow, look at that thing. Holy crap. As I heard it, after you defeated Nidhogg, his scales found their way into the hands of the Firmament's artisans. Steeped in power as they are, it's no surprise that they were coveted. Still, it is a strange legacy for the Vengeful Worm. I'm quite well now, I assure you. As they say, the stronger the taste, and the stranger the color, the more effective the remedy. With my body trying to replenish the aether I spent, however, I'm feeling rather famished. I think a sampling of the local delicacies is in order. Hamza cuisine could be a good place to start, perhaps? The students have previously turned to Ratzidhan's alchemists for help with the analysis of various artifacts. That is how I became acquainted with Nidhana. I'm glad we could rescue her, and pray she makes a full recovery. Excellent. You're in time to hear the latest good news. Good news? What an immense laboratory. How many such places were enlisted to help forge the warding scales, I wonder? We're last, of course, but at least we found this place.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations. course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties. I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Please, I must speak with you.
Oh, it's Nidhana.
Nidhana? You're awake?
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption.
Huh?
It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
As you said, Nidhana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
Oh, I see.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Havnair from an awful fate.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true? Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
Look at that! Its color is completely changed.
What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
As foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense! You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
But first, one more thing. Oh yeah, I can't jump the fence. This place is neat. What instance are we in? Okay, we're in, I don't know that, are we in an instance right now? Let me check real quick. Old Charlan 2. So to the Baldessian Annex. Oh, what is this? Another bow? Byako's Inspirited Loot Bow. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. That is cool. Heck, that looks so good. Thank you, Tozu. That is neat. Thank you so much. Heck. Alright, so where are we going? Okay, so Baldessian Annex. Oh my god, Tozu, I have got to pay you back for that. I have to pay you back for that. Heck. Thank you so much, Tozu. I don't know what to say. I made you ready to walk the end. Just all of this is just gorgeous. It's good to be back, and with the fruit of our labors safely in storage. Absolutely. I agree, Tozu. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Welcome back, Ahty. Kryle has apprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities. So, would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Yes. And I will take my Archon loaf. Thank you very much.
Take heart and protect them well.
Lunch.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you? Well, quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
They improved your lodgings because you dressed to impress. want a burger that
Lest
large.
you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Agree.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
That is a big mug.
Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion. They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Are we pushing on until dawn?
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Aww. Right to this butthead.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that.
Did his voice actor change?
I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news.
His voice actor changed.
Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon the ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
Interesting, because Fandaniel sounds completely different right now to me.
No. All else is equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn, burn, let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting too was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
I hope you didn't mind us barging into your room for our late-night feast. For what it's worth, it did me a world of good to put our troubles to one side, if only for a moment. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope? I was about to make my way to the studium, as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with Scholar Montachane and thank him to coming to our rescue in the Rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavnair. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Y'shtola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to Phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Unlike some of the Scions, I am not an alumni of the studium. As such, I have no acquaintances there I am obliged to visit. And while I would love nothing more than to pore over the many great tomes of Phenomenon, I fear my presence there would stir up more unwanted trouble. So, for now I will be patient, much as it pains me to do so. I did sync with this one already, right? Yep, I did. Good. Oh, I still have Alizé to talk to over here. If Father can master these fiendish contraptions, so can I. Heading out for a stroll? The Scholark himself was here? In that case, what are you waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alphino, of all people, worrying over his reputation, and at our alma mater, no less? Well, wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. We all have our off days at work. Ah, I see. Okay. Xenos' voice actor is also the same from Stormbringers and Shadowbringers and Stormblood. Okay. Yeah, I just noticed Fan Daniel sounded different all of a sudden. Right. Speak with Kryl. Alright. Ah, that one I don't have yet. Ah, this bow is gorgeous. Oh, I just did a big circle. Comes from Byakko Extreme, an 8-man trial in Stormblood. Dang. It's so pretty. Here it is, Phenomenon. Well, I expect you made note of it before. One can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. Excuse me, did you say mana mana? Mana mana. Mana mana. And now I've cursed everyone in chat. As the center of what would later become the Studium, it was established to promote the study of etherological phenomena, hence the name. Though with ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete and the Studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in etherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Sharlayan's foremost educational institute. You always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited that same foppish speech, such as his undying love for this old stomping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the Studium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and etherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on. You both joined the Studium at the same age? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors, and I am certainly not the Studium's most notorious master debater. In all respects, I have ever been in his shadow. If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Levier began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully, we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Excuse me, did you say mass? No! I was thinking that in the back of my head. I'm like, is anybody going to crack that joke? Is anybody going to crack that joke? Am I just going to think that in my head? Massive ass. Oh gosh. Well, there's no time like the present. First things first. Let's look. Thank you, Paula. Oh, did somebody bean me? Oh, yep. Somebody beaned me. Bean! Let's look for Scholark Montashane. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but fortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. Kryl is a furry. So precious, I'm die. What is going on here? That is quite the outfit. Let's talk to the excitable student. That was Alphino Levier, wasn't it? The Alphino Levier! And he's with his sister and Master Baldessian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. I don't know what just disconnected, by the way. Something did. Oh, sorry. You said you're looking for the Scholark, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Miss Alipo should have a better idea. USB shattering proportions, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what disconnected. Apparently nothing is, Oh look, they're numbered already. I was absolutely convinced that was something disconnecting on my end. My laptop is decrepit, and I've poured many things on it, not even on purpose. Yeah, well, there are just so many different things connected to this thing, I don't even know where to start to try and find out what it was. I assure you, I'll tell you all about it after my business with the Scholark has concluded. The Scholark? Tell me, my good fellow, does this have something to do with saving the world from catastrophe? Might we turn our attention to Master Levier's graduation thesis? I, too, have my doubts regarding the policy of non-intervention. That was a warranty expiring, probably. I don't know. I don't care. honestly, most of the stuff in my computer is used anyway, so it's like, well, you know, it goes with the territory, I guess. It is true that our experiences overseas are the reason you have incurred the ire of the Forum? Oh, what I wouldn't give to see you butt heads with those old codgers. Things were bad enough during our school days, and Alphino's time abroad has only heightened his fame. Or should that be infamy? Infamy. Definitely infamy. I think Plants Guy is going to get a free pets. How's that? There we go. What about 3? There we go. He had his rivals and detractors, of course, though most of them gave that up after his adoring fans set upon him like ravenous dogs. Pets! Pet! Alphino, on the other hand, never paid them much notice. They were simply beneath him. Me when I see pets. Oh my god, pets! There's Alipo. Are you lost? Wandering off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Ahem, allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studium? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal in here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Paisa this, tongue of giant toad that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish. This being a school of magic and all. And that's a giant bandsaw. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the Scholark's whereabouts. I beg your pudding? You're not a gleaner? Then this was all an elaborate ruse? No, wait, come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts. Home to many and rare expensive curios, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. Ha! In the time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the Scholark has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I've a feeling you'll need it. Ah, Zhao, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know if that's true. I'm pressing F to doubt. How was Chivalry? How was the rest of Chivalry tonight? There we go. Shout out for you.
Shite though. Shite though. Oh, I got him. I got him.
Oh, that's so much blood.
Oh, I'm fucking about to die. Oh, bitch! You fucking thought. Alright, we captured the objective.
We have taken the fortification.
We did it.
Nice. Awesome. Never went for almost 3 hours before, but it doesn't get old. What flavor is red? What flavor is red? when you do when you do a big jump. Oh, Zhao, no problem. No problem. But real talk, I think you should. I think you should do more with streaming. You have great energy, and you're very articulate with your voice. I think you would do great. Oh, Endwalker is great. Endwalker is heckin' great. I love Final Fantasy so much. And I'm actually slightly sad that I'm this far into it. Honestly, there are some times where I just wish that I had just bought the game and that I just started out. Honestly, Zhao, I do think that. I do absolutely think that. Okay, level-headed student. That doesn't sound like fun. Oh look, it's Harry Potter. Yes, the Scholark was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums? Well, that's my intent. I love making people laugh, and really, I just want to support my friends and become semi-competent enough to be able to collab with them one day. Well, the thing is, though, I mean, you could do that right now. I mean, you don't have to be... I mean, there's no bar of competency or anything like that. You just kind of do it and have a good time. I mean, that's what it's all about. Ah, there's Montashane. Oh, and here's one of these little Vista thingers. There we go.
Ah, I remember you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
hardly let that Inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment.
Oh, I knew
which
it.
prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Oh, he really meant a lecture, huh?
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
Corporeal ether.
Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The seventh Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet. I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
Sweet.
Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Interesting. You've been granted the full run of Phenomenon. If you were game, Key Aliapo would be your artisanry to good use. Interesting. So during the cinematic, I was rather preoccupied and shocked at the blank piece of paper. What did that piece of paper actually say on it? Because, I mean, the script is written in language we can't read, at least not read easily. What was written there that had me so fixated on it? Can we all just take a second to admire this outfit? That Tozu crafted me? Jeez. Gosh, it looks so awesome. I'm just getting a couple of screenshots for Twitter later. There we go. Alright, there we go. My black mage is almost 84. Nice! Some of my earliest memories are of Scholark Montashane. Actually, he was a close friend of our grandfather. He would come for tea and amaze us with his tricks, much like his demonstration with the paper and ink. He's a huge part of why I wanted to enter the studium in the first place. While Scholark Montashane is best known for his role as head of the studium, he is said to be one of the finest mages Charlian has ever produced. Late but outfit good, Tozu good. Yes, absolutely. I agree. That is a hard agree. Having seen for myself with ease with which he weaves extraordinarily complex and powerful magics, I have no reason to doubt the claim. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the forum's true motives and the mysteries of life itself, for good measure. It's funny. I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in days to come. Mull. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way, you could better acquaint yourself with Key Aliapo as the Scholark suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. I got Seat of Sacrifice for Trial Roulette. Ooh. I need to buy clove cinnamon? Oh, fuck. Speak with Graha Tia at the main hall of the Baldessian Annex. Alright. I'm TPing because I don't feel like walking. Seat of Sacrifice. Oh, wow. Yeah. That part of the story legit made me cry. I mean, it could be Zhao. I actually don't know because I'm making my way through it. Endwalker is the latest expansion to Final Fantasy XIV. I went the wrong way. It does have some pretty nutty stuff in it, I will admit. Like the Tower of Zot, which was the latest duty that we did. I mean, walking through that, it was like, I think I described it in one of my tweets on Sunday, that it looked like the inside of it looked like it was literally plucked from H.R. Geiger's brain. That was my best way, the best way I could describe it. It's like you're tromping around inside a xenomorph. It was nuts. Shit, I forgot the extras. Ah, welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. I hate this fight. As expected, news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Lominsa. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive? It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? Phew! I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. I shouldn't complain, though. Vritra and the alchemists of the Great Work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Ah, Hyena Bangs, welcome! It's so nice to see you. Hope your night is going well. Good bean. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We are already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid the ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. To Limsa Lominsa. Time to go to Limsa. Something about that song sounded familiar. I didn't know there were side quests. Oh, are you talking about the Limsa Lominsa side quests? Oh, okay. I didn't. Are there several there? I didn't even realize. I'm sorry. I will come back. Sorry about that, Ryu. Oh yeah, there are tons of them at the Studium. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's even one to the northwest of us too. Might as well do that one to the northwest of us first. How does Cairo always beat me everywhere? Ash-colored envelope. Interesting. You spy an envelope on the ground, covered in ash. Upon closer inspection, you realize the ash spells out a message. To the kind soul who finds this missive, pray deliver this letter to the unassuming Makoti scholar who can usually be found sequestered in a quiet corner of the confluence. Many thanks. Oh, Ryu, your ferret is adorable, by the way. Yes? Were you looking for me? I suspect I spend too much time in this corner of the confluence. If someone I've never met knows to find me here. A letter? If you don't mind me asking, can you tell me where you found this? Of course, I see. The place where you chanced upon this is one of dubious prominence. Students are confined there as punishment for recalcitrant behavior. I believe I recognize the hand which penned this message. The student is an acquaintance of mine, although that might be a rather generous term. Several days ago he was confined there for concocting an explosive alchemical compound and using it to surprise his teachers. His little stunt ended with half the gardens and the teachers' quarters in ashes. And it seems he put more effort into writing a message to his would-be courier than to his letter's recipient. Bring me food and a candle. I see. That boorish lout. It serves him right, being locked up in that room. As you can doubtless surmise, our relationship is somewhat strained, and I apologize for making you party to it. But what's done is done, and now I would ask a favor of you myself. Could you procure a candle from Tofwib at the Agora? I shall prepare the food this fool has requested. much as I would rather not. When you are done, pray meet me at the spot where you found the letter. Alright, so we shall get a candle. Nope. That is a giant purple axe. That is rather ornate purple armor. I like that. A candle, you say? Why, of course. Here, take this. Please inform the requesting student that they can pay at their leisure. Love watching stories being narrated in MMOs. Love the way you go about things. Ah. Thank you, Hyena Bangs. It honestly helps a lot because, I mean, I've rehashed the story over and over, but, like, one of the things that kept me from streaming in the first place was being super self-conscious of my voice. So, I mean, like, so hearing feedback like that, it makes me feel a lot better about doing stuff like this. It definitely is, Al. I mean, otherwise, I don't know how somebody would go about it. I mean, would you just talk to the person and then, like, wait a few seconds for people to read it in the chat and then advance it? I don't know how any other way to go about it other than just reading it. There you are. Were you able to acquire the candle? Aw, thank you, Hyena Bangs. That means a lot. Yes, this shall do. Once again, I must apologize for sending you to and fro, but the sooner this matter is concluded, the better off we both shall be. I suppose since you are from the foreign land, you are unaware of what this candle represents. There is a reason that scoundrel requested a candle of this type. Long ago, one of the students confined within these rooms spent his days unraveling some of the most troublesome mathematical problems of the time. With nothing to distract his attention, he was quite successful. He wrote the equations on his wall with the blackened ends of his spent candles. When the professors saw what he had done, well, they too were impressed to be angry. They were too impressed to be angry. Doubtless that idiot means to make his own mark, as many delinquent students have attempted to since. The professors will turn a blind eye to his vandalism, to be sure. They would not let rules impede discovery. Any road, I will deliver these to him. Perhaps some good can come of his selfish request. Here, take this for your troubles. I pray there are no more. Ah. Thanks, y'all. I mean, that... Heck. Hey, that's one down. There we go. I love how Ryu is an expert jumpist. There we go. There, yay! A timid student and a strange creature. Leap of faith has trained me well.
What are you doing?
Ah, Katsuka, welcome. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're well. By the looks of you, you are more inclined to adventuring than the average person, yes? Apologies for the imposition, but could you tell me if you've come across a creature such as the one before me on your journeys? Squeal, squeal, squeal. Oh my, there he goes. I had no idea that it could move so quickly. Apologies for giving you a fright. That thing was recently delivered to the door of my professor, although the reason why yet eludes us. You can just call Kitsuki, Kiva, or Suki. Oh, okay. I might actually... Suki sounds good. I like Suki. Is that okay? Perhaps one of the gleaners sent it to us, thinking it would make a suitable research project. Doot-doot-doot! I never seen the likes of it, but it made an awful mess of our facilities. I had hoped the fresh air might calm it down, but... Ah, Amon! Welcome! Heck can agree. Take it from someone who is still self-conscious on how he comes off to others, especially his friends. My personality and voice can be a lot, especially when I get excited and go full Italian hand wave. So hearing from people that I actually have good personality on camera means a whole bunch. But your voice is very fitting to read quest logs, not to mention keeping us calm and with your tail waves. Oh yeah. Heck. Yeah, I mean, that's, like, what I said earlier was sincere. I mean, when you were playing Chivalry, right? And you're running around with, like, a big axe or a big hammer, and there's just blood everywhere, or, like, you're throwing a rock, hopefully trying to collapse somebody's head in, or you're carting around a turkey and throwing it off a balcony. I mean, you have a good energy throughout. And I couldn't help but smile, like, the whole time I was watching. So, I mean, mission accomplished. And I think that you'd be great just doing the streaming thing. I think you're on the right track. So I definitely think you should, I don't know, to use an old cliche, I think you should take the bull by the horns and see where that goes. Suki, 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 Suki. That almost has the same ring to it, honestly. I haven't the foggiest idea what that thing could be. Truly? If even so worldly as you has never seen such a specimen, then it must be rare indeed. And I just let it escape. If word of my oversight gets out, my professor will tan my hide. I may even be forced to delay my studies by a whole year. I must find that creature at once. We need to cover as much ground as possible. Could you aid me in finding it before the day becomes a catastrophe? Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Well then, it appears to have run off towards Archon's design. I wish you good luck in the search. Oh, and Zhao, like, I don't know how long you've been doing the streaming thing. I've been doing it since June, and, like, I don't know. I'm just one of those folks that hyperfixates on, like, research and, like, finding out all there is to know about a thing. You know, if you had any questions or anything like that, I mean, definitely feel free to ping me or something like that. Or, I mean, like, we have a Discord if you wanted to join. There's lots of other knowledgeable people who have been streaming a lot longer than I have. But anybody here in the stream or anybody who's on our Discord, would be more than happy to help out and offer advice if you had any questions or anything like that. I mean, Lord knows, like, literally all of them have helped me from time to time. Let's see, it looks like we have well, actually, we have to keep going with this one. So, which one is this? The Creature from the Wooden Crate. Archon's Design. That's this way. That was the wrong spell. That's the right one. Okay. Peloton. I see the creature. How does Cairo beat me here? What kind of creature is this? It's like a saber-toothed hamster. Squeal, squeal. This seems to be the creature you are looking for. When you attempt to pick it up, it squeals harshly, but it seems more than willing to follow behind you. You can leave the creature behind by entering. Yeah, I've read all that before. And now I have to go back to this other place. Oh yeah, it's legit following me. It is honestly like a saber-toothed guinea pig. I met this animal at the first, but how did the animal get here? I don't know. Dusk leather. Yeah, I've never... I fear the day where I start crafting stuff myself. It just seems like a really expensive thing to do. I had a funny interaction with this animal here. I don't know how, but it stayed at one moment in my head. I mean, it's cute. It's a saber. It's honest to God, a saber-toothed guinea pig. Was going to make you one of these, but it requires leather that you can only get from a voyage from an airship that you need to build at a house you need to own. Company hat. That is a really neat hat, not gonna lie. And I like how it has like little little pocket things for my ears to stick up into. That's interesting. Did you just kick the strange creature? Excuse me, Cairo. That poor thing. Oh, there you are. You found the creature? Strange. So did I. Oh no, there are two of them. I could have sworn there was only one in the crate. Perhaps I was mistaken? Perhaps we have entered the trouble with tribbles part of Final Fantasy? Well, what harm could another do? All the more for us to study. I had very nearly feared I would be a lowly student for yet another year. The outside world calls for my genius, and thanks to you, I shall have it. I'll admit that was kind of strange. Alrighty, so I think actually right now would probably be a good time to wrap it up. I am getting pretty dang tired, and it's pretty dang close to when I need to be heading to bed. I have work tomorrow morning. So let's see who we have to raid. Who is on? There's Ramia, but I raided Ramia recently. There's Willow's Eve, which I've raided recently. Is Sky still going? Sky is still going and is playing Banjo-Kazooie right now. I know it's kind of like not really in the same genre as Final Fantasy, but Sky is a sweetheart. Did all of my avatars. Did all of my stream emotes so far. And she's just a heckin' good bean and a great artist. Great stream. Aw, thank you, Hyena Bangs. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I gotta do a thing real quick. You just give me 1 second. Just be a moment. Yeah, there we go. Hyena Banks, thank you so much for subbing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I have 2 Dusk Leather. I spent 100k and made 500k just now. Wow. Holy crap. That's a racket. But good for you, though. That's awesome. Much love. Don't worry, the next one will be on me. Aww. I just wanted to show you a little appreciation because you come by like pretty much every stream. You know, and I really appreciate it, Hyena Bangs. Or I can make you a hat worth 500,000. So, Tozu, I usually run around without a hat. So it might be like it might just be like a thing, I guess. So I mean, I usually just wear hats invisible and just use them really for stats only. So the look would be kind of lost. But honestly, I was thinking about... You remember in Shadowbringers the whole story arc with Rendere, right? The bard. The hat she was wearing, which I think is like basically the bard hat, the bard chapeau, from ARR. I mean, I really like the look of that. Oh, rip Ryu. Steadfast, loyal warrior, also a narcoleptic. Can I do that? Nope. I don't think so. Alright, yeah, we should probably get the raid started here. Let's see. Ryu, oh my gosh. Alrighty. So please, y'all, please stick around for the raid. Please, 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 please stick around for the raid. Sky is amazing. You know, and if anybody is not following in the chat, please, please do. Because Ryu is just amazing. Ryu is amazing also, yes, and Sky is too. But, yeah, so I think that's going to be it for me. The next time I'm going to be streaming is Friday at 6 p.m. PST. We're going to be right back here in Final Fantasy, doing some more MSQ. And hopefully each and every one of you will be able to join us then. Open up a bottle of glue. Take care. Have a good night, folks. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see y'all Friday. Take care, folks. Good night.